Get your tissue boxes and ice cream ready, because Jennifer Lopez is getting on the floor once more. And she's ready to dish out the juiciest tales from her epic love story with her one and only man, Ben Affleck.
Sorry.
If I was doing a musical concert,
all the things when I was 21
if I was in a
years
rock
old.
show, I would say to you, tell me how this goes.
Bennifer, the OG power couple of Hollywood, has been through it all. From their jaw-dropping Georgia wedding in 2022 to way back in 2002 when they almost hit the snooze button on their relationship. These two have kept us on our toes with their roller coaster relationship. But despite the troubles in paradise these two have been having for years, did you know J.Lo has been crooning about her man since 2002? Yep, songs like I'm Glad and Dear Ben were practically love letters set to music. And get this, her whole album, This Is Me Then, was a complete shout out to her love for Affleck. That's what you'd call hashtag relationship goals.
We put all this together.
We did it.
I'm no we about it. I'm we about it.
Now, fast forward to the present, and J.Lo has dropped the ultimate bombshell documentary called The Greatest Love Story Never Told. Fair warning, you're bound to feel your tears well up as you watch Lopez offering a vulnerable side to her she's never shown before. That's not all, though. The whole documentary is a sneak peek into the life of these two lovebirds. And you better believe this story almost didn't have a happy ending. Turns out Ben and Jennifer had hit a major rough patch right before their big day in 2002. This wasn't just any old cold feet situation, though. Both of them realized they were diving into a marriage too soon and quickly called it quits. Imagine planning a wedding with 14 ushers and bridesmaids only to pull the plug 3 days before. According to J.Lo, they just couldn't handle the heat. But 20 years later, in 2022, they got back and finally found their stride. There's a lot that happened between these years, though, that only Lopez and Affleck have been carrying with them for so long. But now, Jennifer finally wants to share her journey with the world. For starters, the pop singer didn't miss out on any deets when she went deep into her first breakup with Ben. The pain was apparently so much for her to bear that she still can't shake off the memories of it, even to this day. In the documentary, J.Lo straight up breaks down into tears while talking about it. Of course, it must not have been easy. At the time, she felt as if she had lost her lover and her best friend at the same time, and the loneliness was killing her. In the end, even though the couple had both tied the knot with other people a few years down the line, fate had other plans. They found themselves back in each other's orbit when they publicly announced their reunion in 2021. Then 2022 rolled around, and both of them finally made their marriage official. Ever since then, Lopez has been gushing over her love and respect for her husband. Their passion is burning strong, and it's clear even today. So much so that Jennifer doesn't think she should keep her love story to herself anymore. Now she wants to let everyone know exactly how her man, Ben, has been supporting her throughout all these years. What's crazy is that, in some beautiful way, falling in love with Affleck again also fueled Lopez's musical comeback.
When Ben and I got back together, it was just like, I want to make music again. I want to get back in the studio. I was very, very inspired.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Apparently, before Jennifer had found love in Ben, she had extremely low self-esteem. Yeah, isn't that crazy? The queen of pop herself? But it's the truth. Turns out it was actually Affleck who gave her the confidence boost of a lifetime. It wasn't until he made the singer see herself in a new light that she began to turn her life around. It's truly heartbreaking seeing Lopez break down in tears as she talks about her self-discovery journey. It's so clear she's madly in love with Ben and is eternally grateful to him for helping her become the woman she is today.
What he made me believe about myself only comes from love, because nobody else could make me see that about myself.
Ah, here come the waterworks, guys. And hey, if you're wondering how these two lovebirds have evolved since their Bennifer days, well, J.Lo's got the scoop on that too. From their first encounter in the early 2000s to now, it's clear that their love story has come full circle. You see, this couple may seem pretty calm and cool in front of the paparazzi and the public now. But did you know Ben used to absolutely hate revealing the couple's private matters to the public? To be a bit more specific, J.Lo revealed that she had a secret treasure trove of love letters gifted to her by none other than Ben himself. And the stuff there is like something straight out of a romance novel. But here's the thing. J.Lo decided to share these intimate exchanges with her musical crew. This means all of the private things Ben had said to Bennifer were now public.
This book is a book that Ben gave me on our first Christmas back together. It is every letter and every email that we wrote to each other from 20 years ago.
Now, Bennifer thought it was all cool, but Ben was caught completely off guard. What made it worse for him was finding out that his girlfriend's crew even had a nickname for him. If you haven't guessed already, it was Ben Affleck. Kinda cute, not gonna lie. Ben would beg to differ, though.
Showing all the musicians all those letters that, and they were like, yeah, we call you Ben Affleck. And I was like, oh my God.
But even when he wasn't okay with Bennifer crossing a boundary, he still tried to be understanding with her. J.Lo says her husband suddenly admitted to seeing the poetry and irony in their untold love story suddenly becoming the talk of the town. Guess love makes you do crazy things, right? Ultimately, for Ben, showing his support for Jen meant embracing her creative process, even if it meant baring his heart for all to see. This is a sign for all the ladies out there. If he really wanted, he definitely would. This wasn't the only time Ben was against plastering parts of his relationship all over social media, by the way. In fact, he clearly said in one of his interviews that he wasn't about the Instagram life. But when you're dating an all-time famous celebrity, one thing's for sure, cameras will be flashing everywhere. It's a tricky game, no doubt. But Affleck eventually realized he couldn't exactly ask his leading lady to change her stripes. So he stuck it out for her on the red carpets and the impromptu photo shoots at private dinners. How charming. With all the effort and care Affleck has put into his relationship with Lopez, it makes sense why the singer wants everyone to know how special he really is. Even within her documentary, J.Lo couldn't help but pour her heart out about why this project meant the world to her. And get this, folks, J.Lo's not just doing it for the gram. Nope, she's on a mission to spread the gospel of love. And she's hell-bent on making people believe that love exists. According to her, if she can use her story to make people believe in the power of love again, then maybe that's her calling. It's true how they say, with great love comes great vulnerability. And it looks like J.Lo's ready to take it all in stride. What's insane is that there are even moments during behind-the-scenes footage of the documentary where Ben is constantly hyping his partner up. There's an instance when Jen admits she was kinda jittery about releasing the cinematic experience in the first place, but Ben was there to boost her morale.
I have good intentions with this. I just don't want it to suck.
He's good.
But
The
I
DNA
think
is
right
then all you
now
need
it
is Chris
just
Russell.
sucks.
No, it doesn't suck. That's
Yes,
wrong.
it does.
One thing Affleck was worried about, though, was having too many cameras on his own life during the filming of his partner's documentary. In the end, though, when the musical experience was finally completed, Affleck had a change of heart. Turns out his worries were all for nothing. It wasn't until much later that Affleck realized the flick wasn't actually about him. Instead, it was all about the journey to self-love, which, let's be real, is harder to come by than finding Prince Charming himself. And J.Lo, well, you can see the glow on her face when she talks about feeling like a total boss in her life right now. She's embraced the imperfections, the scars, and the bumps along the road, and now is embracing all the roadblocks, just as long as her husband is by her side. There's no doubt this documentary is a powerful moment of self-reflection for our Queen of Pop. So there you have it, the ups, the downs, and everything in between in our dear old Bennifer's lives. What are your thoughts on Ben Affleck having such a lasting impact on Jennifer Lopez's life? Let us know in the comments below. And if you ever wondered why Ben always looks so sad when he is out and about, well then this is the next video that you need to watch to find out.